Harry McKirdy, welcome to Bromley Football Club. How's it feel to have signed?
Yeah, nice. Spoke to Byron and the gaffer, and just looking for a new place to come and play football, and great location, great setup. So just excited to get started, really.
And it's somewhere you've come and you feel you can really kick on from here. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Obviously, the last 2 and a bit years haven't gone as planned, but it happens to a lot of people in their careers where it doesn't work out at a certain place, and just excited to get back to what I was good at and just bring some energy and hopefully score some goals and get a late push for the playoffs.
And he's been a fan of you for quite a while now. What's your initial impressions of the gaffer from your time with him so far?
Yeah, obviously today's my first day with him, and he set the tone of what he wants the lads to do. Obviously, you can come to clubs this part of the season and they're kind of not on the holidays, but there's safe, you've got nothing really to play for, and that's not been the case. He said from the get-go, from when I walked in this morning, he wants to get the playoffs. We had a meeting about that, and that's the aim, and it's nice to have something to look forward to and strive to and to target.
And you mentioned Byron Webster there, the big man. He was with you at Carlisle, and clearly someone you get along really well with.
Yeah, I like him. He's always looked after me. We lived together at Carlisle, and it's been a while now. He tried to bring me in probably 4 or 5 years ago now, and it didn't happen. I ended up going somewhere else, but yeah, I get on with him. I've always kept up with him, and it's nice to be back with him.
And he's not the only one, because you know Fella Olamola as well from that time.
Yeah, Fells as well. He's trained today, and I think I set one up for him, and I remember it was just a bit of a flashback, and we had a good relationship at Carlisle, and I get on with Fel. He's a great player, and I enjoy playing with him, so it's nice to have some familiar faces.
And you said it was your first training session today. How'd you find it?
Yeah, good. I think it's a good set of lads, and football's football at the end of the day, so it's nice to just be back playing and involved. Obviously the boys that played had the game on Tuesday didn't do much, but it was with the lads that didn't, and it was a good session, and it's just nice to be playing football.
You played at some good clubs throughout your career, but what do you think of the facilities and the training facilities that you're using at Bromley?
Yeah, the spot on is probably one of the first things, and one of the things I've talked about a lot since I've been in, and been at a few League Two clubs at this level, and it just doesn't feel like that kind of thing. It's a lovely setup, and everything's spot on. You've got everything you need. There's no excuses kind of thing. I've been at this level before where there's excuses at certain places because of the way stuff's done, but everything's bang on, and you could have no excuses.
As a youngster, what was it that made you want to be a professional footballer? Why did you choose that career path?
I don't know, to be honest. It's just something that I don't know, I've always done it since a kid. It wasn't a case of, I don't know, I think I just ended up in that, and obviously I support Chelsea. I love watching Chelsea and had heroes there and stuff, and you want to be like them. My career's not quite gone to path in that sense, but I feel like for Chelsea is to me, Bromley is, and other clubs are to other people, so you just got to remember that. And there's a lot worse jobs out there. It's lovely to be able to play football every day, and I miss doing that. My job's probably not felt like that the last few years. It's felt a lot different. That's probably why I've been a bit weird answering that. It's just felt like I'll go in and train, and that's been my job, and it'd be nice to go back to actually playing on a Saturday and getting that feeling with the lads after a game, whether it's winning or not, and having the emotions to go with it. So I'm excited to go back to that, and that's the feeling. So yeah, it'll be nice.
And talking of your time, you've played in League Two, you've played in the Football League before. A lot of the sports will have seen you play, but for those who haven't, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Just pretty off the cuff, like a lot of energy. We'll try and make stuff happen. I don't know, I just like to try and score goals, create goals, try and win games, and probably normally follow a little bit of drama and just try and entertain and to affect the games.
Pretty unusual interview surroundings here. We're at the Bromley Court Hotel. Everything happened so quickly, didn't it, on Monday night? You were in Scotland 1 minute, you got a plane down, and then you were here at the Bromley Court Hotel late at night. It was a bit of a mad few hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's football. I kind of expected it this year. It was one of the deadline days where it was more hoping that there'd be chaos rather than ones in the past where you're not expecting it, but I was kind of waiting and the suitcase was packed and I was hoping that it would happen. And once it did, then it got on the plane straight away, and came to the hotel and they've looked after me, and it's been nice. It's a nice area, nice hotel, so they've looked after me.
MK Dons away on Saturday. Looking forward to getting that match day feeling back and hopefully having an involvement.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's the reason I'm here. I want to be in the games, want to affect them, and it's a good stadium. Some familiar faces there with the staff. I used to play with Glads, and I know the gaffer. Obviously, I had him at Swindon, so it'd be nice to see some familiar faces, and hopefully they can see my celebration. They know it better than anyone, so hopefully I can bring that out.
And what are your aims for the rest of the season?
Just take it game by game, just get used to playing football and affecting games of football, and I think the aims are pretty clear. As soon as I came in the building, that's everyone in the building wants playoffs, and I just want to be a part of that. And I've done it before where I've put on runs second half of the season and I got teams into the playoffs, so I'm just hoping to be a part of that. And obviously we had the playoff success last year at Bromley, so if we can go in the same direction, I can be a part of it, it'd be brilliant.
And your signing was probably the worst kept secret. The rumour mill was quite strong the night before. Are you looking forward to playing in front of the fans? They're clearly very excited that you signed for Bromley and looking forward to seeing you play.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to get back to showing people what I can do on a football pitch, and that's probably been forgotten a little bit recently, and football is such short memories, and that's not me sat here with a sob story saying people forgot about me, but that's just the case in football. Obviously I've gone a few years without playing as consistently as I've wanted to, and that happens in football. There's so many players out there now, and I think it's an industry where you can get so much success and your life can change very quickly, but it can also go the other way, so there's no complaints in that. I just want to be back on the other end of the scale and affecting games of football and just doing what I know I can and I've done in the past, and hopefully it's a place where we can both help each other and it'll be a perfect mix.
And finally, it feels like quite a good match. What you're saying to us here, you're an ambitious player. It's an ambitious club, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I imagine there's clubs that have came up for the past and they come into the league and it's just, right, let's just stay in the league, and that's just, from what I've heard being in the building today and the last few days, that's not the case at all. They obviously want to progress, and I think there's a few clubs that have set a good example of that the last few years, where you see Wrexham at the top end of League One now, Stockport at the top end of League One, so it kind of shows. People have always said that there's not much of a gap in between the leagues, so once you're used to winning football games, it's contagious, and the club's obviously got that feeling and that kind of environment. I think it's been a little bit of a sticky start the last 3 or 4 weeks, but before Christmas they went on a really good run, and hopefully we can pick that back up and I can be a part of it.
Well, Harry, thanks so much for joining us today. Great to have you on board, and we look forward to seeing you on the pitch.
Cheers.